Hello wise people, this is Taurus's reading for the week between 5th and 11th of October. Just a quick overview, see what the energies are about. For you Tauruses, I have the Three of Pentacles clarified by the Five of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about team effort. This is about a project that involves quite a few people. It is about finding the best way to collaborate in order to avoid a disappointment, and because this is the card of defeat. So if teamwork is being put in and there is good communication, synchronicity, if everyone collaborates well, a disappointment or a defeat could be avoided in order to achieve a very important financial reward, because the Ace of Pentacles is about money coming in. It's like a windfall rather than regular earnings. It's about it can also be about an inheritance as well, a win of some sort. So for some of you it could be, remember this is a general reading and there are so many people out there, so you take it as it applies for you. Some of you may be looking at a change in house, in your home, or in house situation, like buying a house, buying an important piece of furniture, for instance, or making important changes in the home. But if that is the case, you again have to be very careful, because it might not be worth it when it comes to the added value. Or whatever you want to buy, you need to make sure it's worth the money you're paying and you don't get disappointed or deceived in any way financially. So make sure that whatever you're planning on doing, whether it's a new project that involves teamwork, or a house, property, asset investment, or investment that would normally lead to a very good financial gain, just got to make sure that you're not going to be defeated, that somebody is not going to try to fool you in some way, and that you won't lose money. So you got to pay attention and avoid this. By the way, Mercury is going retrograde on the 13th, so you still have this week to do negotiations, to sign contracts. Don't do it in Mercury retrograde. And then we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Star card. So some of you may need to have a conversation that's not going to be easy. Some of you may have to be honest, and truth has to be spoken. Again, with Nine of Pentacles, it could be that a person, a Virgo person, another Taurus like you, or a Capricorn person, or with that on, these signs strongly represented on their birth chart. So it could be that some of you may have to have this type of conversation with this person, or some of you may have to have this type of conversation in order to achieve, because this is also the energy of fulfillment, financial fulfillment, emotional, just fulfillment in general, having everything, feeling comfortable, being comfortable with your life, with your situation, with your money. And with the Star here, we are looking at the future. So in order to make something, this conversation has to happen in order to make something work, either with a person, an earth sign person like yourself, or it could also be, if we talk star signs, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here as well. The Gemini, Libra again with the swords and Earth a lot. Of course, it can be other star signs involved, don't get me wrong, because we have here, as I said, teamwork as well. So it could be many signs. Just take whatever applies to your particular situation. So back to this, we have to go through this conversation. We have to look at both sides, because there are two sides to the situation, two sides to each coin, two sides to each story. But this has to happen in order to bring stability for the future, in order to make this, if it's a relationship, make this relationship happen for the future. It could be that, you know, this person, if it's a person, has some expectations, hopes and wishes that wants to be fulfilled. And in order for that to happen, or it could be you having this sort of goals for the future, but in order for that to be achieved, don't get me wrong, it can be, it will be, but this conversation needs to happen. This is about being honest, being truthful, cutting through the bullshit, looking at every aspect of a situation. Some people might have to face a, how do you call it, for a very few of you, some people might have to face the reality about being stabbed in the back in some shape or form, or to avoid that to happen. Again, deceit, you know what I was saying earlier. So you, and some of you might be a bit worried about this could also, for very few, this could also pertain to an operation that could be, but don't get me wrong, that could be something very light, like a keyhole type of operation, you know, laser thing, not necessarily going under the knife, but that type, so similar to that. However, if that is the case, if anyone is worried about health in that respect, don't worry, things will work out for the future. The future is looking good, and whatever needs to be done is actually going to improve your health, or whoever you're concerned about. So it's going to be good. I don't know why I got C-section as well. Some people might have to, if anyone is having a baby or thinking of having a baby, it might be worth looking at having a C-section. So you know, the doctors and the theater are prepared for the delivery, rather than having any surprises whilst giving birth naturally. Let's say, even if that is the case, it's still going to be very positive, because we have the star card here. However, it could be a very laborious, you know, the labor could be very long and difficult if that is the case. Okay, for, as I said, again, very few of you. Overall, it's a very positive reading, and energy is just very much about warning you to pay attention to and have very open conversations, and pay attention to any possible situation that might lead to some sort of financial loss, because you have financial gain here, but in order to reach and to see the money, you need to avoid this disappointment. It could be that if it's a work that's involved, like building a new house, buying a new refurbishing, or a project where a lot of people are involved, it may be that it's too lengthy, too costly. So you have to make sure you find the best solution so you can get your money, because the money energy is here and you can get it. And if you overcome this, we have, let me see, we have the King of Cups, water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces as well. If anyone has that kind of energy around them, this is crowning the reading. So it could be that this type of person is involved, yeah. So, or it could be that somebody is very emotional, is very attached to the idea of this project, but forgets that it's going to be very pricey, very costly, or not going to bring so much money. So you need to look into that. I'll see if there is anything to clarify this Five of Swords for you. I was talking, the Empress, I was talking about motherhood and pregnancy earlier, wasn't I? Some people may not, so it is, you know, with this, it could be that there is a bit of a disappointment within a family situation, either a mother, or you're worried about a mother, feeling defeated about a mother, feeling defeated about parenthood. If you're a parent, or you as a child with your parents, you're worried about your mother or your parent. However, things are going to be good. Again, some of you may have to pay attention to an inheritance from your family. And if there is, again, it brings me back to what I was saying earlier, if somebody feels like, and about children, if somebody feels like they can't get pregnant, they could, through, I think IVF that would be really, or if they are already pregnant, they have to, as I said, be prepared and rather go for a C-section than natural birth, just to make sure, because things are going to be good, but very difficult, very laborious kind of situation. Or if it's pregnancy, the labor will be lengthy and obviously painful, difficult to deal with. But you know, if that's the case, don't worry. If you're going to be a mom or a dad, if you're going to be become parents, congratulations, it's going to be all good. I have the Star card here. You're going to be happy, the child is going to be healthy, so you don't have to worry, and it is well worth the pain. Again, you don't have to worry about that. All good things come with hard work and effort, as we know. So that's, again, not a problem. You just got to pay attention to what needs to be done and cover all aspects, so you avoid anyone trying to take advantage of you, or anyone not being well prepared for the task ahead. Okay, so I hope this helps dealing with the energies this week, Taurus. Even if it's not going to happen this week, it's going to be set in motion this week. So you need to pay attention to what is being started this week, yeah, and be prepared. And remember, if you find it useful, please give it a like. It does help the channel, and all your interaction helps very much. And thank you if you do. And if you're new, remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified. And until next time, be loved and be happy.